All right.
Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Instagram. We are coming to you live. This is our Mystic at Home, although we are outdoors right now, series. We are live on Victory Field. It is raining here. We're still going to try to do this anyway since we're already out here. We're just kind of hoping that it passes and we're going to go with the flow. But if practice ends up a little bit different this morning, just bear with us. It is Monday. I hope you all had a beautiful weekend and that you're ready to start your week. If you're still lying in bed or drinking your coffee and you're just kind of scrolling through social media and you're coming across this and you're not ready to hop in, that's totally fine. The beauty of these live streams is that when the flow ends, we're able to archive the video on Facebook and on Instagram so that they're saved forever and you can access them 24/7 whenever you'd like to, from wherever you would like to. After that, we also upload the videos to YouTube. We have a Mystic Fitness YouTube page. So if you want to subscribe to that, we would really appreciate it. And even just sharing these videos with your friends and family, we totally love that and really appreciate it. These live streams are open to you. They're free, so the outdoor ones. So we would love to have you come and join us. I know today was maybe not the best weather. My very devoted parents are still here with me to practice. So we'll see how it goes today. And we are still absolutely accepting donations through our Mystic Fitness Venmo if you have the means to do so. And any size donation gets a handmade mask by one of our instructors, Mary Beth. They are beautiful. She chooses incredible, vibrant fabrics. I constantly get compliments on how pretty the masks are that I have that she has made. So we so appreciate your continued support. Why don't you go ahead, come down onto your mat. I was planning a powerful this morning, but given how slippery my own mat is right now, we might slow it down a little bit, but still bring water down onto your mat blocks. And let's go ahead and get started. So allow yourself to settle in. You can find a comfortable position. Maybe that's seated, maybe that's reclining, whatever feels right for you today. You can let your eyes close. Take a breath in.
Here we go. Sun's out. We got this.
And out.
We got this.
We've got like a sun shower going on over here. And as you're giving your physical body, your physical self, some time to arrive on your mat, bring your attention to the sensations through your muscles and your joints, maybe just like wiggling your fingers a little bit, wiggling the toes, maybe giving your shoulders just a little wobble, just to kind of check in, see how you're doing today, and always aiming to notice without evaluation or judgment, just aiming to figure out how your body is feeling today so that you can meet yourself exactly where you are. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And as your physical self is just kind of melting into your mat for a few moments, let your mental space just kind of bring awareness to what's happening around you. What are you hearing and smelling? What are you feeling against your skin, the fabric of your clothes, the rubber of your mat, maybe rain on your skin? A breath in and out. If you're reclined, allowing yourself a few moments to move gently up to seated. Then placing both palms over the heart space We'll open our practice with the sacred sound of Om, a cleansing breath first, in, out. And now we inhale for Om. Let's have a magical Monday morning practice, everybody. You can let your eyes close.
Can you check the Instagram?
Absolutely. Let your eyes open and allow.
Is that on yours or is that on Mystic?
It's on this.
Is it? Someone was asking about it.
I don't know how to check it.
Okay, thank you, Lily.
So allowing your eyes to open and maybe just giving yourself a couple gentle head rolls or neck rolls, just kind of loosening yourself up a little bit, finding some shoulder rolls forwards and back, whatever feels right, and then moving that into the wrist, just getting a little awakening through the body, nothing crazy. And then when you're ready, we'll come up into a standing position. We'll be taking our sort of watery warm-up phrase from a standing posture today. So when you're ready, you can rise to standing. However you get there is totally fine. I would encourage you to plant your feet about hips width distance apart so that you're stacking your hips over your knees and your ankles, and then inhaling both arms up to the sky. Just let those circles kind of continue through the wrists a little bit. Maybe some other movements, fists or flipping palms, and maybe a gentle front crawl kind of motion, getting a little more movement through the shoulders, but then reversing the direction as well. Inhale and exhale. And now inhaling both arms up to the sky, right hand grabs onto the left wrist. As you breathe in, you stretch through your ribs and your spine. As you exhale, you bring your upper body up and over towards the right, getting a nice long stretch through the left side. You're standing half moon. On an inhale, you come back to center, swap out the hands, and an exhale brings you up and over to the left. And then taking this a few times to each side, moving at your own pace, but moving with your breath, aiming to achieve nice, long, deep stretches through the left and right side of your torso. Always pressing the soles of the feet into the earth and keeping the glutes firmly engaged, and always aiming to lift through the spine and ribs before coming up and over to the side. Let's take it one more time, stretching to the right and left, softening through the right side without collapsing, and then taking it up and over to the other side. And then one more long inhale up to the sky, and then as you exhale, take a forward fold, moving slowly. Neutral spine, micro bend through the knees. Inhale for a halfway lift. Palms come to shins or to the thighs as you press the crown of your head forward, feeling that length spreading through your spine. And on an exhale, fold all the way forward again. Fingertips to your mat. Right or left foot steps back for a high plank. Holding your plank for an inhale and exhale. Both knees drop to your mat. Bend at the elbows and lower yourself all the way down. Palms alongside the chest. Inhale, opening the heart for a low cobra. Exhale, toes tuck under, hips lift up and back for a quick downward facing dog. And then feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. On an exhale, fold, rooting the feet down into the earth. On a slow breath in, rise to standing. Reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, palms come to heart center. Take that moment of grounding, rooting the feet down into the earth. Breath in, breath out. On your inhale, both arms reach up to the sky. As you exhale, find a chair pose, bending the knees, sinking the hips down. Breath in lifts you up to the sky. Exhale, chair. Taking this a few more times at your own pace, moving with your breath. Feet are pressing into the floor and you're squeezing your glutes, creating your own tension through the body as you engage your quads and your glutes and your hamstrings through this motion. Let's take 2 more here. 1 and 2. And then holding that chair pose for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slow forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, and on an exhale, fold forward. Fingertips to your mat, right or left foot steps back, high plank. Rolling forward on the toes or dropping the knees, find your version of a chaturanga. Inhale for your low cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walking it out for a moment, a breath in and a breath out. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for your halfway lift and exhale, fold. Next breath in guides you slowly up to standing. Inhale, reaching both arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Find that moment of grounding. We'll find those flowy chair poses again, but this time we'll add in a twist to the left and to the right. So inhale, both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, you sink into your chair pose and twist to the right, extending arms forwards and back. Inhale, center and rise. Exhale, twist left. Again, extending the arms forward and back. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Taking this a couple more times at your own pace, always moving with your breath and making that twist nice and gentle so that you're not forcing your body to turn further than is comfortable. One more time to the left now. And then inhale, center, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, palms come to shins or thighs, and on your exhale, fold. Fingertips to your mat, right or left foot steps back. High plank, rolling forward on the toes or dropping the knees. Find your version of chaturanga, and then inhale to open the heart in your upward facing dog or low cobra. Exhale brings you to your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Next breath in guides you slowly all the way up to standing, extending the arms to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Find that moment to ground down into the earth. Feel that engagement rising from the soles of your feet upwards through your body. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. As you exhale, find that chair pose, holding it steady now, and taking a moment to set this up very intentionally so that the weight is in your heels. You have a slight tuck to your tailbone and a nice long spine. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Hands and arms can really be anywhere. Maybe you extend them forward or bent elbow goalpost position or prayer hands at heart center. Inhale, exhale. We'll take some cat and cows here as we hold this chair pose. So draw the elbows together, and as you inhale, open the elbows, squeezing shoulder blades together. As you exhale, curl the spine. In and out. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. In, out, in, out. Finding that neutral chair pose position, that long neutral spine. For a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift, palms to shins or to thighs. And exhale, fold. Fingertips to your mat, right or left foot steps back, runner's lunge. Up, the other foot follows, high plank. Inhale, exhale. Rolling forward on the toes or dropping the knees. Find your version of your chaturanga and then open to your low cobra or your upward facing dog. And exhale takes you to your downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for your halfway lift. And exhale, fold.
Kelly, you want to try this one?
Next breath in, guide you all the way up to standing.
Hello? Hello?
Reaching your arms to the sky.
It doesn't have a little thing though.
And you exhale, find your chair pose. Is that working?
A little better.
All right, let's see how this one goes. So we're all going to be in a chair pose again. However you get there is totally fine. Just sinking your hips down. Feet are hips width distance apart. Squeezing the thighs towards each other. Squeezing the glutes as you sink your hips low. Breath in, breath out. Shifting weight into the right leg. Left knee pulls up towards the chest as you slowly extend that right leg. Gently hinging on that right hip, you shift that left foot behind you, finding an airplane for just a moment before slowly dropping that left foot behind you, landing on the ball of that left foot for your crescent lunge. Inhaling both arms up to the sky, but keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Now in your crescent lunge, that right knee, the front knee is stacked over the ankle, and your back leg can be extended, or you can find a nice bend to that left knee, creating additional engagement through your legs. Arms can drop to goal pose position if that's more comfortable. Always aiming to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Breath in, breath out. Inhale and extend both arms, both legs. As you exhale, open the hips, finding your warrior two position.
Can you do anything? No.
In your warrior two position. In your warrior two position, you're rooting the feet down into the earth. Those right toes are pointing straight ahead towards the front short edge of your mat. The left toes are pointing towards that left long edge of your mat. And if you were to draw a line from that right heel all the way back to the left foot, it would hit right through the sole of the left foot. So the placement of your feet in your warrior two is super important. You're gently drawing that right knee out towards the pinky toe to really engage the inside of that right thigh. Breath in, breath out. Now root the feet down into the earth. Keep them nice and stable. We'll inhale and tilt the torso back for a reverse warrior. Keeping the legs stable, getting a long stretch through the torso. Breath in. And as you breathe out, you'll tilt your torso forward, finding a bent knee triangle or extended side angle. I encourage you to rotate that left arm a few times, just getting some additional movement through the shoulders and reversing the direction. Breath in, breath out. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, cartwheel both hands down to frame that front foot. Runner's lunge, right foot steps back, high plank. Holding your plank for an inhale and an exhale. Rolling forward on the toes, bending at the elbows. Inhaling for your upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. When you're ready, feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for your halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs, and exhale, fold. On your next breath in, slowly rise to standing, reaching the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, hips sink down, find your chair pose. We'll take that same flow on the other side now, but we're going to begin by just holding that chair pose for a couple breaths. Finding that intentionality in the pose, rooting down through the feet. Proudly keeping the chest lifted as the hips sink down. Breath in, breath out. Weight shifts into left leg, right knee pulls up as the left leg slowly extends, and then we send that right leg behind us, finding that airplane pose for a moment, and then dropping right foot, landing on the ball of the right foot for your crescent lunge. Finding the placement for your arms that you prefer, maybe extending them up, maybe dropping to that goal post position. If you have your arms in that goal post position, maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together a little more, press the elbows back, get a little more opening through the chest. Inhale and exhale, making sure that left knee is stacked over the left ankle. Maybe keeping a slight bend in the back knee. Another breath in and a breath out. Inhale, extend the arms, extend the legs. Exhale, opening the hips, finding that warrior two on the left side. So again, taking the time to really intentionally set up this pose, starting with the soles of your feet, checking out your toes, making sure that if you were to draw a line from the left heel back towards the right foot, it would slice right in the middle of the right foot. Left knee stacked over left ankle. Make sure that your hips are centered, as the other Kelly likes to say, no sassy hips out to the side. You want to make sure that your torso is stacked on top. Breath in, breath out. Maybe even just flipping the palms to the sky from a little more opening through the shoulders even before we take it into that reverse warrior. Another breath here, in and out. Now go ahead and reverse that warrior, tilting the torso but allowing the lower body to remain exactly where it is. Breath in, and as you exhale, tilting the torso forward, finding that bent knee triangle or extended side angle, making sure that you have that left knee stacked over the ankle and that you're using your core strength to keep your torso lifted as opposed to just collapsing down towards the floor. You're not getting any ab work here. I would encourage you to lift your torso up. Allow that hand to just rest at the inside of the knee. That's totally fine, more than fine, because now you feel that fire in your core. Take a few revolutions of that right arm now, forwards and backwards. Breath in and out. And now we reverse one more time, tilting the torso. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to frame that left foot. Left foot steps back, high plank. I think this is working again. All right, so if you're holding your high plank still, you can roll forward on the toes, bend in the elbows. Inhale for your upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. And maybe just drop your knees, take a child pose or grab a quick sip of water. Take a couple breaths here. When you're ready, we will meet in a downward facing dog and just walk our feet up to our hands. Inhale for a halfway lift and exhale, fold. Next breath in guides you all the way up to standing. Arms reach to the sky as you exhale. Find your chair pose. Sinking hips down, lifting the chest, breath in, breath out. Shifting weight into the right leg, left knee pulls up, shift to your airplane, and then plant that left foot. Crescent lunge, opening the arms, maybe planting them in that goal pose position. Breath in, Breath out. Inhale, extend the arms and legs. As you exhale, open to your warrior two. Breath in. Breath out. Next inhale, tilt your torso back for your reverse warrior. The exhale tilts you forward for your bent knee triangle or extended side angle. Maybe you take a half bind or a full bind here, just dropping that left hand and forearm behind you. Inhale and exhale. We'll transition from here back to our warrior two. And from here, we'll transition into a balancing half moon. So you're going to shift the weight into that right leg so that you can lift the left leg, keeping your hips open to the side. You'll extend the left arm up to the sky, and that right hand maybe drops onto a block, or maybe you challenge your core strength and just kind of drop those fingertips into air and hold for a breath in. And as you exhale, sinking that left foot down, we find that warrior two. Breath in and out. When you're ready, cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Right foot steps back, high to low, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Repeating on the other side, so feet walk forward to meet the hands. Inhale for your halfway lift, and exhale, fold. On your next breath in, rise all the way to standing. Arms stretch to the sky as you exhale. Hips sink down, chair pose. Weight shifts into left foot, right knee rises. As the left leg extends, shifting back. Airplane. Crescent lunge. Rooting the feet down. Taking a couple breaths here, in and out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, open the hips, finding that warrior two on the left. Making sure to stack left knee over left ankle, relaxing shoulders away from the ears and neck. On an inhale, reverse. On an exhale, tilting forward, bent knee triangle or extended side angle, maybe dropping that right arm behind you for that half or full bind. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and breath out. Slowly returning back to your warrior two. And now we transition to that balancing half moon. So weight shifts into the left leg. You can kind of kick off with your right foot. If you've got a block near you, you can kind of maybe drop your left fingertips down onto that block. You keep your hips open towards that long edge of your mat. Right fingertips stretch up to the sky, using that core strength to help you stay lifted. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale. As you exhale, drop that right foot. Warrior two. When you're ready, cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot. Left foot steps back, high to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Let the hands walk backwards to meet the feet now, so that you land in a forward fold. When you're ready, let yourself just slowly rise up to standing. We'll move into a little balance here. So just rooting the feet down into the earth, maybe hips width distance apart. Just bringing the palms to heart center. Taking a moment to just ground the feet down into the earth. Inhaling both arms up to the sky. Identify the right arm and let it swing underneath the left. We're coming into an eagle pose. So you can either wrap the hands or just place each hand on the opposite opposite shoulder. Bending both knees a lot. We sink the hips down. Right toe step out to the right. Right thigh wraps up and over the left. Sinking your hips down into this eagle pose for a breath in and out. Keeping your hips nice and low, keeping your heart lifted. Inhale and exhale. Slowly hinging from your hips to drop your chest over your thighs. You unwrap that right leg and kick it back behind you, finding an airplane pose with eagle arms. Extending that right foot back, pressing through the right heel, letting the right toes point down to the earth. 2 more breaths here. In and out. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly rewrap that right leg around the left. Gently lift the chest. Breath in. And as you exhale, unwrap the legs and the arms, reaching them up to the sky. Left arm swings underneath the right now. Taking this directly into the other side. Hips drop. Left toe step out to the left. Left thigh wraps up and over the right. Letting the hips sink low but remain square. Chest is square and lifted. Breath in. Breath out. Another inhale. Wiggling and wobbling, okay. When you're ready, hinge from your hips. Drop your chest to drape it over your thighs. Unravel the left leg and kick it back behind you. Extending through that left heel, keeping your gaze towards your mat for a nice long neck. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly rewrap that left leg, lifting the chest. We unravel the legs, we unravel the arms. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Let's step right back into a downward facing dog. And we'll just use this to come into our pigeon pose. So inhaling the right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, right knee pulls in towards the nose. Right leg lowers down onto your mat so that the right thigh is parallel to that long edge of the mat. Left leg extends back towards the short edge of your mat. You can place a block underneath your hip, right hip, to keep it elevated and level with its partner on the left. You don't have to place a block underneath. You just don't want to tilt your hips, letting that right hip sink down. You want to keep the hips balanced and square. So if there's some space between your right hip and the floor, that's okay. Aiming to keep it level with its partner on the left. Maybe you lower your torso down over that front leg. Maybe even lowering your forehead all the way down. Just feeling this gorgeous stretch through the right hip. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and out. Staying for a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, you'll plant your hands somewhere underneath your shoulders. Tuck that left toes under and gently lift the hips up and back for a 3-legged dog, maybe bending and extending that leg a couple times. And then lowering that right foot down. When you're ready, you'll inhale the left leg up. And then as you exhale, left knee pulls in towards the nose. Lower that left leg down. Coming into that pigeon pose on the other side. Maybe placing a block underneath the left hip this time. Maybe lowering your torso down over that left leg. Just surrendering into this pose. Continuing to breathe. Inhale and exhale. In and out. Letting yourself just linger here for a few more moments. Breath in. And as you exhale, maybe you plant the palms underneath you. Tuck those right toes. Lift the hips up and back. Maybe bend and extend that left leg. Rotate that left hip a little bit. When you're ready, left leg floats down to the earth. Drop your knees onto your mat. And then just transition into a seated posture. Your right leg will extend out in front of you. The sole of the left foot tucks in to the inside of that right leg. We'll come into a forward fold here. So you'll inhale and stretch long through your spine. You can extend your arms up if you like, but you really just want to aim for that length through the spine, through the neck, pressing through the crown of your head. As you exhale, you kind of fold forward, hinging from your hips, aiming to keep that spine nice and long. But you maybe reach a point where you find that it is a little bit comfortable to kind of just settle in and round your spine a little bit. But you want to take the weight out of your lower back first. So that's why we lengthen and extend as much as we can before then kind of allowing that gentle surrender. And your hands can kind of come wherever you like. Knowing that if you're not able to reach your toes, that's absolutely totally fine and might not be at all indicative of your flexibility. It might just have to do with the length of your legs, the length of your arms, your torso. I cannot tell you how short my legs are, so it is so easy for me to reach them, but that's not the case for everybody. There's a whole lot of other things I can't do because of these short legs. So always appreciating your body and giving it grace and compassion where you find that you have some limits. When you're ready, you'll inhale, coming back, bringing your torso back to center, and then swap out those feet. So left leg extends forward, the sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. Inhaling to find length, lifting out of your lower back, really extending through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, you hinge from your hips, keeping that nice long spine until you find you're ready to just fold a little bit in. And you can, lower your head completely if that calls to you, or, continue to sit a bit upright, really whatever is calling to you. My towel under my mat has flowers on it, and I have a nice little bee over here exploring. Unfortunately, this towel will do nothing for you, friend. The beauty of outdoor yoga. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, bringing your torso up and back to center. Now extending both legs nice and long in front of you. I like to keep my feet flexed when I do this. I don't know if it really makes a difference if your toes are pointed, so you can kind of try it. I think you will get a better stretch through your hamstrings though if you keep them flexed. So inhaling, again, creating that length through the spine, nice and long. Crown of the head extends up to the sky, and then as you exhale, you fold forward. Just getting another gentle stretch through your hamstrings. Being mindful of your body, really listening to your body. Couple breaths here, in and out. Inhale and exhale. Bringing the torso back to center, and now bringing the soles of the feet together so that your knees kind of splay out in a bound angle. And you can kind of just gently press, again, always creating length through the spine, just gently kind of press the torso forward, which will increase the stretch through the insides of your legs. Just stay here for a couple breaths, in and out. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, slowly reclining down onto your back. Just stretching yourself long for a moment, extending the arms overhead. Nice long stretch, and then bending the knees, pulling them in towards your chest, maybe just rocking from side to side a couple times. And then when you're ready, planting the feet so that the knees are bent. And we'll come into a reclining twist here. So we inhale and lift the hips up off the mat. And then we move them over to the right side and drop them back down. And then we let the knees fall over towards the left. So the hips and knees kind of go in opposite directions. And then your arms can kind of come anywhere you'd like, but just make sure you give your shoulder blades a little wiggle to make sure they're evenly placed on your mat so that they have even pressure pressing into the ground or the floor beneath you. Arms can come overhead, or your hands can just rest on your rib cage. We'll stay here for a couple breaths in and out. In and out. One more breath in and a breath out. And then slowly bringing hips and knees back to center. Maybe pulling knees into the chest for a quick squeeze. And then soles of the feet plant into the earth. Hips lift and move to the left side of the mat. And then knees flop over towards the right. Give those shoulder blades another little wiggle. Make sure they're pressing with even pressure. And just settle in to your reclining twist on the other side for a few breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in and an exhale. And bringing your hips and your knees back to center. Slowly just letting yourself stretch out long on your mat. Let your feet just kind of splay out to the sides. Let your arms extend long down your mat, or you can place your hands on your belly. We're coming into our final Shavasana here, so just giving yourself time to find a posture that feels comfortable, a posture where you can sustain a few moments of stillness.
15 minutes. Okay. It's okay.
Okay. Taking a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And bringing your awareness out of your physical body for a few moments into the space around you. Taking these moments for mindfulness. Taking a moment to notice all that is happening right here in the present moment. Noticing that bee buzzing in the window, or the bird tweeting in the tree. Noticing that car that drives by. Just noticing each of these sounds without judgment, just acknowledging their place in the present moment. A breath in and out. And channeling that awareness now towards what you're feeling against your skin, sensation of touch. What are your fingertips resting on? What does your mat feel like below your feet? Is the floor below you soft and forgiving like a carpet, or is it firm and hard like a wood floor? Just noticing these sensations that are here, making this moment, noticing without judgment. Moving through your senses, not only noticing what you're hearing or what you're feeling, but what you are smelling and tasting. Your eyes are closed, but what are you seeing on the insides of your eyelids? Knowing that this practice, this aspect of the practice, is always here for you, always available, no matter where you are. You can always take a moment to notice what you are hearing and feeling and touching and tasting and smelling and seeing. Inhale and exhale. Taking some time now to turn that awareness inward into your body, to just notice, after moving a little bit, what are the sensations through your muscles and your joints? Is it the same as it was at the beginning of class? Has it changed at all? Are there any places you're still holding tension? Any places that still feel tight and constricted? Breath in and out. As you take a few more inhales and exhales, seeing if you can allow that breath to create a softening throughout your whole body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. It may be starting in just one area, so starting with your toes and just sort of scanning your body from the bottom up, letting a sensation of melting away, softening, just kind of overtake you as you release any lingering hold you have. Like your water, just pour it out of a bottle onto the mat. No limits, no boundaries. Breath in and breath out. Taking your time to get some wiggles through the hands and feet, maybe a gentle head roll as you transition from reclined to seated. Placing the hands over the heart space. We will close our practice with the sacred sound of Om. An inhale and an exhale. Cleansing breath first, so in and out. Now we inhale for Om. guys so much for being with us here today on this rainy Monday morning. We are so honored to be able to bring you these practices every single day. We'll be back live tomorrow at 9 a.m. and we hope that you will join us. Have a great day, everybody.